The weather forecast for much of the country this Valentine's Day. Continued Arctic cold. The forecast for America's lovers and soulmates? Expect extra coziness, caressing canoodling, snuggling, and spooning. And we're not talking silverware. But what about all the lonely hearts out there? Who's handling their needs? Why, the professional cuddler, of course. Across the country, professional cuddlers are tackling the demand for non-sexual touch.
I hold people for extended periods of time. It starts standing up and then it's done laying down. Actually, in private sessions, I hold people for 90 minutes continuously.
Steve Mayer is a Los Angeles-based hugging therapist. For $120, he'll hug you for an hour and a half. Hugging, cuddling, and snuggling. Is there a difference?
Technically, hugging would usually be considered something we do standing up. And when you lay down, it probably would transition to cuddling or snuggling.
And Steve has strict ground rules.
You're not allowed to be physically uncomfortable at any moment. So you always need to advocate for your own comfort.
Right. Say, look, this is feeling weird to me.
I'm getting a tingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a tingle because my arm's falling asleep.
Because my arm's falling asleep. That tingle.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other tingle is not allowed.
That's the second ground rule.
Okay.
If you have any sexual feelings, you're not supposed to act on them.
That's right. This cuddling is non-sexual.
So about 5 more minutes. How would you like to spend it?
If this all seems a little, well, strange, psychologist Dacher Keltner of the University of California, Berkeley says, get over it.
This shouldn't shock people. Like, we pay people to buy our food and cook our food and take care of our babies. So we should not be up in arms if we're paying someone to embrace us.
Keltner has spent his career studying touch. He says that compared to people around the world, we barely touch each other at all.
If you go to, sort of Latin American type cultures, in a certain unit of time, they would touch each other 110 times, right? If you go to the United States, they would touch each other twice in the same amount of time. And you go to England, they don't touch each other at all. So there's massive variation in depending on culture.
Keltner has found that touch matters, even in that most manly of arenas, professional sports.
What we did in the study is we coded NBA basketball teams at the start of the NBA season. And we coded every kind of touch that happened on that court. The more teams touched each other at the start of the season, the better that team played at the end of the year.
Being cuddled or caressed, Keltner says, carries health benefits for everyone.
If I touch you when you're going into a really stressful situation, we know from scientific studies that your cortisol will be lower. You will have a muted response in stress regions in the brain.
So you get to lay on your stomach?
Okay.
All these purported benefits may explain why professional cuddlers like Samantha Hess of Portland, Oregon, want to wrap the world in a hug. And the world, it seems, is hugging back. How's business?
Fantastic. I can't keep up.
A former personal trainer, Samantha got the idea for starting a cuddle business when she watched this humorous online video of a man offering free hugs.
Another guy comes along to punk him. He has a sign that says deluxe hugs $2.
There we go. Thank you.
He ends up getting more hugs than the free hugs guy. When we put a dollar value on something, we find it more trustworthy, more valuable.
Is it simplistic to say this is not about sex? Because it can be about sex.
It's completely platonic. It's more like the nurturing a mother would give her child.
Today, Samantha is cuddling with client Denise Taylor. What position are you in now?
This is just regular old spooning.
This is a very typical position.
This is most people's go-to position, I would say.
And Denise, how does this feel right now?
It feels very calming and relaxing.
In a typical hour-long session, Samantha and her client will assume 6 different cuddling positions. Denise, what is your favorite position for cuddling?
The tandem bike.
The what?
The tandem bike.
Does that actually involve a bike, or?
No.
Okay.
That'd be really awkward.
Can you, I don't mean to intrude on your session. Can
Let's
you
do it.
adopt that position? Oh, I get it. Denise is a single mother of 3 with a lot of stress in her life. But not all of Samantha's clients are unattached.
Several of my married clients talk to their partners about their need for touch and, exploring this opportunity before they seek out my services. And it actually, a lot of the times, helps fill in a gap that they're not able to find with each other in a safe and platonic way that doesn't disturb their relationship. You can try lying in front of me.
So this Valentine's Day, reach out and touch someone.
How's that?
Oh, that's actually comfortable.
And don't be embarrassed if you have to pay for it.
Nice touch is a basic reward. It's like eating chocolate, it's like getting a nice paycheck, it's like being praised. It is just fundamental to the currency of delight.
Now, what do I do now?
You relax.
Okay.
That's the point.